Kayla and welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the not great lighting. It is really, really hot today, as you can tell by the fact that the fan is on and I'm wearing like really no clothes. But having the lights off makes it a little cooler, and you can still see me well enough because there's a bright sun out. So, after all that, in today's video we are going to be talking about my 6-month journey on MyWW. I did a whole lifestyle podcast episode about it in a lot more detail that is up now wherever you get podcasts, so please go listen to that episode if you want some more detail. But I did want to come on and do a quick video because I have talked about it on my YouTube channel as well, and so I figured I should make sure I mention it here at least. So it's just going to be a really quick rundown of my last 6 months on MyWW. So I officially hit 6 months last week, last Thursday the 11th, but my content was all pushed back a week because of my week of blacking out my social media of my content. So we're gonna just jump on in to my 6-month update 1 week late. So, as you guys know, I started MyWW on December 11th, 2019 on the recommendation of my doctor, after years of being like, I'm not gonna do Weight Watchers. That's for like old ladies. But I ended up joining on recommendation from my doctor because it was like the last thing we hadn't really tried, and so I did it. And like I've talked about before, that first month I really gave myself a lot of grace because it was the holiday season, and what idiot starts a new diet right before Christmas? This one. So it was one of those things where I was tracking everything and I was keeping track of things, but I didn't really put too much stress on myself just because I was trying to get used to it, A, and B, because it was a really stressful time with work and the holidays, and it just wasn't the best time to be focusing on weight loss, but I wanted to make sure I was setting myself up for success. So, I don't know if I've ever given you these specific numbers, so I'm just going to go through them. But in my first week, I lost 6.3 pounds, and by day 9, I was down my first 10. So that was how quick that went, and then for that first month until about the end, 3/4 of the way through January, I fluctuated between 4 and 10 pounds lost. I haven't been back up to that starting weight. Knock on wood, I never will be again. And so I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. I really didn't start focusing on it until January 26th when I decided I was going to take on the Blue Dot February challenge, which, if you don't know, a blue dot in MyWW is when you stay within your healthy eating zone for that day, and your healthy eating zone is like your daily point allotment plus 8 points and minus 10 or 11 points on, so that's like your healthy eating zone, and if you stay in that, you get a blue dot on the date, and it's really visually appealing. Let me find one of my full blue dot months because it's really visually appealing. I'm at all blue dots this week, so on a weekly it looks like that. It fills in, like this is today, so I'm not to my minimum yet of what I can eat, so I don't have blue dot yet, but yesterday and Wednesday I did. And then if you look on the monthly, here's May. That's what it looks like when your whole month is blue, versus, let's go back to January, which looks like this. Not quite as appealing, but February, beautiful. March, April, May, and we'll talk about why June looks like this in a minute. So yeah, I succeeded in Blue Dot February and March and April and May, and so I was on a really good track of my weight loss, and so I was just going to tell you when I hit all those milestones, like the 5-pound milestones, because they're all super exciting. And get a drink first. So I hit 20 pounds lost on the 8th of February, 25 the 23rd of February, 30 the 4th of March, 35 the 16th of March, 40 the 5th of April, 45 the 27th of April, and 50 the 23rd of May. As of Wednesday, my last weigh-in, which was the 17th, I was down 52.6 pounds, and my daily point allotment, which does go down as you continue to lose weight as well, is 40 points right now. So my healthy eating zone's like 29 to 48, something like that. I don't know. I'm not there yet, and I'm at 27 for the day, so I don't know. So June. As you guys saw, it took me about a month to get from 45 pounds lost to 50 pounds lost, and I really started to think about like why it took that long to lose those 5 pounds, and I don't think anything to do with those 5 pounds specifically. I talk about this more in the podcast, but work obviously is really stressful right now because doing theater in times of COVID is not fun. It can be fun. It's challenging, right? And so I think I was getting really stressed out with trying to plan for how our summer's gonna look, because summer is a big part of my job. And so I was realizing that I don't think I was being really honest for a lot of May about my tracking. I don't think I was really hitting my blue dots every day because I was doing like grazing, little snacking, like things like I would just grab a couple M&Ms when I'm downstairs because they're on the counter, or an Oreo and then not track it. But an Oreo or a handful of M&Ms are like 3 points, right? But those are just things like before that I just wouldn't think about, like, oh, I had a couple M&Ms. And really, a couple M&Ms is no big deal to have. Like, I'm not mad at myself for eating those things. It's the fact that I felt like I had to lie about that. Like, I didn't track them. I was like, why? It doesn't matter if I, like, those 4 M&Ms didn't impact my weight loss. Not knowing, not remembering that I ate those 4 M&Ms and then eating 4 more and then some chips and then an Oreo. Now that impacts your weight loss. But like, there was no reason I didn't need to track those things, you know? So I committed to myself last week on the 10th, so a day before my 6 months, that I was going to not intentionally get my blue dot June. Because I was worried that I was going into some negative territory by lying to the tracker. And so I decided to like, just not worry about it, to honestly track. And if I went over my blue dot or under, I usually don't go under, but I have gone under before. Almost. I got very close to going under one day when I was sick because I just couldn't eat anything else. But then I was like, but I could drink a 7-Up right now and that would get me over. But you know, like, so there's both ways you can do it. And I just kind of committed to not intentionally getting my blue dots. Now, since I made the decision, it's been 10 days. It's been 10 days since I made that decision. I've only had 3 days writing my blue dots, and they were by minuscule amounts. Like 3 points here, 2 points there. So, it's not a big deal, you know, and I've still lost weight. I still lost weight last week. And so it's one of those things that's like, I was putting this pressure on myself to get that blue dot. That's not part of it. Getting the blue dot is not a part of my WW. It's a cool thing to do, and it definitely helps keep you on the right track. But as long as I'm maintaining my points, my weekly points, and I'm not having like crazy days every day, that's okay. Like, there's wiggle room, and I wasn't letting myself have that wiggle room, which is stupid. I've never gone over my weekly points, ever. Last week I had 2 left, which is the most of my weeklies I've ever used. Ever. So like, it's not like I'm going crazy. I haven't had a crazy week since before I started my WW. Like, legitimately. So I don't know why I was stressing myself out so much about it. And so for June I committed to like low stress, keep losing weight, girl, keep doing your best. But also, if you want to have pizza, have some pizza. I had pizza last night for dinner. But it was like little social things. I talk about this more in the podcast. Like, my family would be ordering food and I'd say no and I'd make my own meal. What person in their right mind turns down someone offering to pay for a meal for them? Clearly not, like, I was not in my right mind. So, like last night my mom was like, hey, I'm gonna order pizza. And I was like, yes. And I'm gonna have some. Because there's no point. Like, there's no point in not living my life. And I still stayed within my blue dot having pizza last night. But normally I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I can. But I totally could. Like, I was starting to get some like weird warped thoughts in my head that I was like, no. And I was like, no, girl, have the pizza. Pizza's worth it. So yeah, so that's one of my goals for June. And the other goals I have for moving forward is keep working on my water intake. I'm pretty good about drinking half my body weight in water. I drink a lot of water, mostly because I just like water. Like, I'm a weirdo. I really enjoy drinking water. I drink at least 3 of these a day. Most days. I'm only on my second one right now though, and it's 3 o'clock, so I gotta get chugging. But I drink a lot of water anyway. But I've been noticing I've been hitting more 2.5, 3 when I used to be at 3.5, 4 of those. So I'm trying to get back on track with that, especially now that it's summer and I'm sweating a lot and it's just hot and I'm miserable. So I'm trying to get back on the water train. But also, these Crook and Marker lemonades are so good. And only 2 points, and they look great in the color change in Starbucks cup. Anyway, that's so just now you know it's in this cup. It's a blueberry lemonade. Yum. Okay, And then also getting back on track with exercise. With stress with work and being busy and just not motivated, I hadn't been exercising a lot. I've been better lately, and so I'm just trying to get back on track. Summer is really hard for me when I can't go to the gym because my room gets really hot. I don't like to go on walks when I'm gonna like die of sweatiness, especially after when we go back to summer camp. We're gonna be spending a lot of time outside, and after being outside all day, I don't want to be outside more, you know? So it's gonna be hard, but I'm trying to get back on track with that, and I'm really excited for gyms to reopen, y'all. I'm really ready for gyms to reopen. I need to go back to the gym. But yeah, so focusing on exercise and water intake, and then the no Blue Dot June are kind of my big things. So I'm doing good, and I need to keep reminding myself that. And yeah, so this is my ring of weight loss charms. As you can see, there's a lot of 5 and 10 ones because I fluctuate a lot in the beginning. Oh no, sorry, they're the right way, we're good. And then we got my 25 and my 50. So yeah, I just wanted to check in with you guys. It's been a good 6 months. I'm gonna keep going. I'm really excited. 50 pounds in 6 months is crazy. It's awesome. And I am so proud of myself. I would have been proud of myself if I only lost, you know, 40 pounds, 30 pounds in these 6 months. Like 50 pounds is incredible, and I'm so proud of that, and I'm excited to keep moving forward. Next big goal is to hit 70, because that gets me back under 300 pounds, and that would be awesome. And that is like coming up quick. That's gonna be by the end of the summer, which is, if I stay on track, which is awesome. So, because I don't think I've been under 300 pounds since my freshman year of college. And that's almost 7 years, which is sad. So I'm really excited. And I'm just like really feeling myself, y'all. Every time I get to buy new clothes in a size down, I'm like, yeah, I look good, I feel good. And that's the best part of this, is feeling good. So yeah, I totally understand that these videos are not everyone's vibe, and that's why I don't post them that often, but I just wanted to keep you guys updated. But if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more of my weight loss journey, go listen to today's podcast episode over on Lifestyle. That'll be linked below. And also follow my weight loss Instagram, which is StyledByKaylaXO. That's where I post more frequently about my weight loss journey, because I try not to put too much of it on my main platforms, just out of respect of people that it is triggering for. So that is it for this video. Hit subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!